forum, and she's a lifelong activist for human rights and supports various peace and anti-poverty campaigns. Elinor.
Thank you. I don't know about you, but if you watched television last Wednesday, did you see the sight of the Dem MPs in Westminster shouting, more, 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 applauding, roaring with laughter as they kicked at the supporting pillars of the welfare state, which provides a lifeline to many people? This raises concerns in my mind about the state of our democracy and about the level of humanity in the individuals taking part in that disgraceful scheme. All the people remember what it was like to live here before the introduction of the welfare state. Every family will have a story to tell about the extreme poverty, ill health, the degradation, the poor laws, the parish, the workhouse. Mention Forest Hall to any Glaswegian over 70 and they'll shudder at the very thought of it. Today, the number of older people in the UK living below the current poverty level of £171 a week is 2.5 million. This figure will rise as a result of the government's plans to link the state pension to the consumer price index rather than the higher retail price index, which would better reflect what older people actually spend their money on. What they're doing is trying to kid us on that we're going to get an increase. Well, we're not, and we'll soon all be aware of that. Last winter was tough, with fuel bills rising, soaring, and we fear what might happen this winter. What with VAT increases on top of everything else. In Scotland, every year during the winter months, 3,000 older people die prematurely from cold-related illnesses. Cold-related illnesses are poverty-related illnesses, and it's a national disgrace in the fifth richest economy in the world. The basic state pension is a vital part of the welfare state. The National Health Service is another vital part of the welfare state. But the existing level of privatisation and the proposals coming down the line, together with testimonies from patients and unison nurses about service delivery, show how much it is under attack. Here in Scotland, we've got free personal care for the elderly, which I would argue is the single most important initiative of the Scottish Parliament and was introduced by the Lib Dem administration. And now it's at risk. Another national disgrace. It's not perfect, but it's a start, and it's based on the promise that older people should be well cared for in their own homes whenever possible. Nobody is saying that it's easy to implement such policies. No one is saying that there isn't room for improvement. Of course there is. But if we don't challenge the government policy now, we won't have a welfare state at all. We're facing a frontal, wide-ranging and accelerating attack on workers, pensioners, unemployed people and sick people. The government is using the economic recession to attack the gains made by workers since 1945. And they try unsuccessfully to suggest that we're all in this together. Consider this. Over 6 million manufacturing jobs have been lost since 1965. In recent years, only 20 billion has been made available to support manufacturing. 1,350 billion has gone to financial services. This is the equivalent to the entire output of the UK economy for a year, and it's twice the total of public expenditure. And they try to tell us that it's expenditure in the public services that caused the crisis. Their own figures belie that. We're all in this together? I don't think so. They say that we can't afford the welfare state, that it's unsustainable. Well, I'm the woman that's been walking about since the 25th of April with the rich list tucked under my arm. The Sunday Times rich list. And in it tells me that the speed of recovery among the super rich has been remarkable. It tells me, after the gloom and doom, it's business as usual this year with rich and super rich adding a cool 77 billion to their wealth. It tells me that fortunes in Britain are soaring as the world recovers from the 2008-2009 crash. Stock markets are up, the banks are back from the brink, and economic confidence is blossoming. Is this fair? Is it fair that people who have that kind of money are asking pensioners on less than £100 a week to take a hit and to lose the services that are a lifeline for many older people here in Scotland? I think not. According to the Sunday Times, the richest 1,000 people in Britain increased their wealth in the last year by 77,265 billion. That's a gain of 30%, bringing their total wealth up to 333.5 billion. This figure is more than twice the size of the 156 billion annual deficit, which we are told has to be eliminated by this pulling together and making a sacrifice. Well, it's not on. Some things define who we are and what kind of society we want for ourselves and for our children. And for us at this point in time, we want to keep the welfare state, we want to keep the public services. They're needed by the people in this country. The Scottish Pensioners Forum is arguing that without large-scale pressure from throughout the country and a sizable number of MPs and MSPs willing to apply pressure at Westminster and Holyrood, older people will lose out along with all other workers. Today's pensioners and the pensioners of tomorrow have the right to spend their retirement in dignity, security and comfort, with decent pensions, adequate services, having created the wealth of our society for much of their lives. We are supporting the STUC campaign.